guys. Just to let you guys know. There it goes, already headed, starting going. 170 or 20 minutes, whatever comes first. Once that hits, I am sanitizing everything. So everything's pretty sanitized. There goes the malts, candy sugar, and hops. Let's go ahead and get it set up. There we go. Once it hits 170, let's take a temp and go from there. It's sitting at roughly 120. Go ahead and wait until it hits 170. Take it off the flame, add our malt. For now, I'm going to go ahead and heat up the malt. Be right back. Alright, I have the water boiling for the malt. Once we get that ready, this is boiling. Let's go ahead and take another temp. Go ahead and move these around. These extract kits are pretty simple. They're all the same, pretty much. I mean, a lot of them are. We're working at about 130. On the dot, 130. A little bit longer. Some of that flavor in there. Almost at 140. There we go. Put that away. Alright, take you over here. Once again, everything is sanitizing. The funnel, airlock, sponge, my cylinder to take a hydrometer reading. There's the candy sugar. We're going to be adding that flame up. Cecilia hops. Coriander seeds. And sweet orange peel. Orange. Go ahead and put you back up there. Start waiting for everything. I want that lukewarm. This is the yeast. I don't know if you can see it. Get some light in there. There you go. Alright guys, let's take another temp. The temp looks like we're sitting at now is roughly 10 degrees more than last. It was 130. Well, it's going up higher. 145. So I have a little bit longer. Won't keep you guys open all the time. Pretty warm. Turn it upside down for a minute. Heat that. Go ahead and put that cap back on. These hops. Go ahead and cut them up, see what they smell like. Very hoppy actually. Not too bad. I like them. There you guys go. Alright. Take us another temp. Go ahead and bob the grains around again. Looks like we're right under 170. Right where we want to be. Go take that out for a second. Tie that off. A more accurate reading. Right below 170. Give it a couple more minutes. And then go from there. Like we were saying, the hops, it's very, very hoppy. I think this is going to turn out good. It has kind of fruity note to it. It's a Belgian style ale lager and pilsner. It has fruity, citrusy. It's going to taste really good. I'll put you on pause here for a minute. We'll come back when we add the malt. Alright guys, we're sitting right at 170. You guys can see that. Dang, that drops fast. Yeah, it's at 170, so we're going to shut it off and go ahead and add the malt. Be right back. Alright, to reach 170, what we're going to do now is bring it to a boil, add the Pilsner malt, or what they would call just your malted barley. Add it, stir it, keep it down. Then we're going to add our hops. Cook for an hour. Take it off. We're going to take it to the bathroom, which I'll be bringing you with me. We're going to cool it fast as possible. We'll do it in the bathtub. I'll show you with cold water. And at the flame out, we'll add these two bad boys. We'll add that. Sweet orange. The coriander seed. Along with candy sugar baby. So yeah, it's almost coming to a boil. Looking pretty good. This is what I did with the grains. So I did that, just get every bit out. What I'm going to do now is put it in the bag and discard. Put you back up here. That little sweet spot. There we go. This is heating still. It's almost done. Go ahead and put this back in. There we go. Hands. I will need this again. Solution. Go ahead and add just a little bit extra. There we go. Sit around and wait for it to boil and go from there. Alright, put you on pause. See you back in a little bit. Alright guys, what I'm doing now, sanitizing the carboy. They stress sanitation so much. 2 minutes. I've been shaking about a minute already. I will let it sit in there while I do this. Alright. Alright, what I did was I emptied it back in here. Got some fresh stuff. I don't know if you guys can see this. Just keep on shaking and shaking. Set this down. The wort is almost to a boil. It's starting to move pretty heavily. Which this is definitely good. So, there you go. These packet hasn't flamed up all the way, but there's a lot of pressure in there. They told me as long as there's some pressure, good to go. I could be making a mistake though. But I won't need it for about another hour, so we're good. Been doing it about 2 now. That's about it so far. I'll see you back in a little bit. Alright, the temperature's at 190. We got about 20 more degrees, which is just starting to ramble. Show you. Starting to move pretty heavily. Smells so good. Pretty much just waiting. At this point, I need a tripod like right there. Like a Craig tube tripod. But I don't have one, so all I have is my Folgers can. So that's gonna do for now. There you go. See you guys back in a minute. Alright, once again, more shaking. What I'm gonna do, get right back in. Nope. We got a pretty good boil going. Go ahead, wait on it. Looking right under, actually at 200. So, looking pretty good. Might take it to about 220. Show you guys. That would suck if I dropped my phone in this. There you go. Actually, the yeast packet's getting a little bit more fatter. We got an hour boil after we put syrup in. So, very slow process. There you go. See you back in a little bit. Alright guys, one tip of advice when I did my first batch, when you open your malt, if you mess up malt, I do, just because that, to me, that's beginner's entry, extract kits, then, you know, mini mash, all grain, remove these. The worst thing you do is fish around in there to look for these. Always remove them. So, got a pretty good boil going on. We're looking at about maybe 210, which I think is good enough. That's good, pretty good boil. Sweating. 210, good enough for me. So what we're going to do now, shut that off, move it off the flame. This, and this. Both them items. What I'm going to do now, is dump our malt in. If you heat up your malt good enough, sorry for a bad shot. If you heat up your malt good enough, y'all have my pit in there, that tore shirt. This is my I don't care shirt. Alright, now what I'm going to do Give it a good stir. Now, stick that in there. A little bit of hot water. Not a lot, but just enough. Back in there. Gonna get the goodies out of here. There we go. Now that is a clean bottle. Get all your malted barley out. That's your alcohol. Alright. Now what we're going to do. Bring it back to a boil. Add our hops. 60-minute boil. Then from there, it's good to go. Hopefully. Alright, see you back in a little bit when we get a boil. Alright guys, we're back. We have it back to a boil. I'm a beginner brewer. One thing I'll stress to people who want to do their first brew, buy kits. I'm with Northern Brewer. There's so many different options. Just go to your local brew shop and they can pick you out a kit, or you can order from anywhere. Austin Brewery, Brewing Supplies, I'm sorry, Northern Brewer. I mean, there's a list of them. But sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. I sanitized that for God knows how long, 3-4 minutes, and I still have it, as you see, upside down, sanitizing. It's not in it, but you know, it's draining. Right now, we got it back to a boil. Let me see if I can show you this. There you go, back to a boil. I would sit here and show you guys what it looks like, but I don't have a tripod, and I need 2 hands. So let's go ahead and dump them in. Go ahead and stir it so we don't get a boil over. Kind of like spaghetti noodles. You stir it, and it keeps it from boiling over. Now we cook for roughly an hour, so 7:40 we should be good. So at 8:40, I'll say 8:35, our wort will be finished, and we'll be good to go. And still wanting to kind of peak a little on me. Just gonna sit here and watch it, see what happens. So I'd hate for a boil over. Let's see what this light looks. No, too dark. All right. It does kind of want to peak on me a little bit. That term I use is peaking, kind of like when your spaghetti peaks the top of the lid. If you cook with a lid, it peaks on you, and then you have that boil over, and it's a mess. I haven't had a broil over yet, so I don't plan on it because it's nasty, it's messy. I watched it, a couple people on YouTube do one just to show. I'm good on that. So we'll set our boil, our time at 7:35-ish. Now, technically, this is unfermented beer. Technically, it's unfermented, and it's actually a wort, which is unfermented beer. At the end, sorry, I had pizza for dinner. At the end of our boil, we're going to add these seeds, which is a limey, citrus, floral type smell. Orange peels, I don't think I showed you guys those. The sweet, I actually opened them. Not so much. Not feeling it with the sweet orange peels. Hopefully they put more flavor into it than what I can smell. They are dehydrated, so they're not going to be as potent. So hopefully that'll do some good. I am using a 3-strainer straining method too. I'll show you guys. But this is a right there, the soft candy sugar, baby. Pretty much brown sugar. So I'm not going to keep you guys on here all night. It can get kind of boring. Our yeast plumped up a lot more, which is a good sign, thank God, because this will be done here in a little bit. Oh, it smells good. It smells like a brewery, but in my house. Here, let me put you on pause. Now, for all the new beginners, I probably did something a beginner brewer doesn't want to do. Walk away from when he just put hops in. I know that it's, I already started down. I know it's fine. But what if a pellet didn't break open? It breaks open and foams up. You could have a problem. This is what I'm going to do here. All I do is fill the bath up with water. Nice cold water. I'm going to put the pot in there, stir it, and slosh it around. Cools it pretty quickly. I'll see you back in the kitchen. Thank God we did not have a boil over. Like I was telling you in the bathroom, you could have a boil over if a pellet breaks open, because they are pellets, they're not flowers. If that tends to break open, what's going to happen is pretty much when you put them in, it's going to expand again. You're going to have that same problem like spaghetti, and it's not going to be pretty. This is my second brew. I'm still very new at this. My first brew is bottled in the closet. Pretty much just carbonating. Hopefully this brew goes as good as the last one. My last brew fermented very quickly, so I'm probably going to have a lot of off flavors in the beer. I'm a big Irish red ale fan, so it won't be anything for me to pick up an odd flavor in the red ale. I love red ale. It's probably one of my favorite red ales. Or the Irish is probably one of my favorite. Hey, sorry, my dog got a little alarmed, so I thought I'd go check on it. But like I was saying, the Irish red ale is probably my favorite ale out of all the ales, like the Belgian ale, the German ale. The Irish, just the way they make it and the hops they use, I like. I mean, I could sound pretty retarded right now if they're all the same. To me, I could taste different notes in the different varieties of the ale. So, for me to do the Irish red, I'll pick up the hints if there is a different off flavor in it than normal. So, I'm not quite worried about that. If so, my mistake. I kept the temp a little hotter than what I should have. So, it fermented within 48 to 72 hours. On the fourth day, I think it quit bubbling completely. So, that could result in a problem. Hopefully it doesn't. I know it will, but, you know, who knows. Maybe it won't. They are bottle conditioned, so I didn't filter them, no filter in them. I'm actually buying 2 corny kegs as we speak. I'm just looking for a good place to buy them. Amazon does have a pretty good, decent corny keg price. It's like 50 bucks. They're used, but they're refurbished. I can get all the equipment at my brewery shop, St. Louis Brewing Wine. I'm in Fenton, Missouri. It's like 5 miles, 6 to 7 miles down the road. It's not far at all. It's very close. If you hear Mickey Mouse, it's my daughter. You want to see my pup? Now. Sit. Good girl. You want to say hi to the camera? When she gets alarmed, that's when... Now. Sit. She's very well trained. She can be a vicious dog. Like if someone comes onto the property we don't know, she will go down. Oh, I don't have anything to give you. I'm sorry. Here. Down. Good girl. We do training 5 days, 5 minutes a day, a couple times a week. She is unleash trained, so I don't have to have a leash on her. But like I was saying, she threw out a little alert. Her ears went up, and she looked around and came right after the door. So I was like, I wonder who's here. That's why I put you on pause when I was talking about the ales. Besides all the rambling, let's go ahead and give this a stir. Looks really good. I can't wait for this. My wife likes like Blue Moon, Belgian style. So I'm doing this for her. She didn't know I was getting the kit until today, so pretty interesting. $8.35 can't come quicker. Let me show you the fermentation process. Here, give my daughter some more grapes. Grapes, good girl. I'm out of camera view, sorry, and it's just recording. I was showing you guys how I'm going to filter the wort. Just 3-stage filter. I just have 3 strainers, a small one, medium one, and a large one. Pretty much what I'm going to do, just pour it on top, any sludge. It normally doesn't even get to the second one, but if it does, the third one will definitely stop it. I didn't have much sludge in my last batch, and I just used 1 filter. I thought if I used 3, I'd get a cleaner beer. I could use a wort flock tablet to put in there. I'm not trying to be the best. I'm just trying to make a good beer I can drink and show off. Most people who see a nice, good style beer like an ale, porter, or any cleaner beer, they're not going to sit here and say, "Oh, your beer is cloudy." You know, they're not going to know. They're going to drink and be like, "Wow, that's good. It looks good." You know, I'm still new to that. A lot of people in my family, they do home brewing, and my uncle, he just can't get it down. I get why, because there's so many things that can go wrong during brewing. You run your temp too high, give off flavors during fermentation. Run it too low, it can lag. There's just so many things wrong. Infections from improperly sanitizing. So many things. Now I get why he has such a struggle with beer. You know, you got to sanitize everything. So to all you new homebrewers out there, sanitize. That's the one thing you're going to do. Make sanitation number 1. Make this second. Yeast will help you out. They're doing the main job. Just let the rest fall into place. Get a nice good fermentation area. You'll be good to go. I'm going to hop off here for now. Let this boil. I'm going to go sit down with my daughter. Watch some Mickey Mouse. Have a little daughter-father time. My other daughter went off to cheerleading. She's 10. She's older girl, you know. This one, she's 2. So, I'll hop over there, watch the Mickey Mouse, let this boil up. Give it a crack lid. You know what? Nah, I'm not doing that. Because I'm not going to be over here watching it, so I don't want to boil over like spaghetti. When I come back, I'll be putting the wort in the bathtub, cooling it. I'll be adding the candy sugar, the sweet orange, and the seeds right as I cut the flame out. So once I do that, when I cut the flame out, I might add the orange and the seeds 10 minutes before I cut flame off, then add the candy sugar when the flame goes off. Hopefully this yeast will be a little bit more, have a little bit more thickness and bloating to it, and we'll be good to go hopefully. This is the La Petite Orange brewing kit from Northern Brewer. I'll see you guys in a minute. See ya. Hey guys, the last 5-6 minutes of boil. I put in the orange peels and the seeds. Next step, when I'll be going into the bathroom and showing you what I do from there. You guys hang tight, we'll be right back. Alright, back again. Pretty much what I'm doing, I'm making sure my wort is under the level of the water, or equal to it. It's right below it. Just continue to stir. Everything has been sanitized. All I gotta do is sanitize that in a pair of scissors. There's my little one, Abby. There you go. Bubbles. I'll be back in a little bit when I decide to go ahead and pour the wort into the fermenter, the carboy. Alright, see you guys soon. Alright, the wort's sitting at roughly 140. All I'm doing is sloshing it back and forth. And that's going to keep it, wrap it cool. Kind of like the wort chili. Kind of, not really, but close. There you guys go, just a sneak peek. I'll be back in a minute. See ya. Alright. The temp is down to 100, so I'm going to add it to this. I really can't show you guys because I don't have anywhere to set my phone. But I'm going to dump it into there. And I'll show you the aftermath of everything. Hold tight, guys. Alright. This is the end product. A lot of it was caught by the first one. Second one caught pretty much everything else. There you go. Let it get down to around 78. Then time to yeast it. Alright, see you guys later. There you guys. Looks like my gravity is about 1050, 1053-ish. I'll say 53. Looks pretty good on the sheet. It says it should be, let's find it right there, 1052. I would say I'm pretty right on. 1052, 1053. There you go. It's all ready to go. Lid it, seal it, put it in a cabinet.